Hello, Finland Tony. Update on the bobber. If you're on the Try Bonneville Bobber Facebook group, you will see some pictures. Put some pictures on there every now and again. So last night I was working on the ammo box project, and today I had to go to the shop and get some new bolts and stuff to kind of make it fit. And so here is the result. So just on a test ride now, out and about. And without further ado, there it is. What do you reckon on that? Nice scenic place. This. If only you could smell those logs. Oh my god, it smells nice. I also put the quilted seat on last night as well, and I've only been riding for about 20 minutes, but I've noticed a difference already. My bum used to be aching within 20 minutes on the original black seat. So this, I did put the question out there on the Bobber Facebook group. I did say, is the quilted brown seat an improvement on the black seat? Not many people said yay or nay. They were like, not noticed anything, they've not noticed a difference, but my god, I've noticed a difference. It's far better than the original one. Just feels like the padding's a bit thicker, and yeah. So the ammo boxes, look at all the bugs on the screen. Whoa, it's a lot of bugs that would be over my face. Ammo boxes, I think I will change them. I've put them on using a sort of quick release method. These black spinny handle things with a wing nut on the back, just so I can take them off and take them into a hotel or something like. But as you know, with a massive twin engine, it vibrates like crazy, and I've been looking when I've been riding at the ammo boxes, and they're not vibrating that bad, but not far off. So it's inevitable on a long run, those sort of quick release fasteners that I've done, they'll probably work loose. They might not. They're not loose now. They're still as tight as when I've done them 20 kilometers ago, but I'm a bit paranoid that they're gonna work loose and fall off. Well, it's impossible for them to fall off because I put an M6 wing nut up there. Well, actually, that, as you just seen, that was a bit loose. Let's check the other one. Well, that's still rock solid. And then the black things are still rock solid. But that was looser than when I originally done it. So I think I'm going to just change the regular bolts and nylock nuts. I think that's what I'm going to do. But super happy with the panniers, as you can see there. First time ever on the ride. Wallet, phone, couple tools, like wipes and like bug wash for the visor on the helmet. That's a nice touch. So I've never had that before, the space to put stuff. There's a fair bit of space. You get a lot of stuff in there, a lot of stuff in that one. You're probably wondering why this pannier opens that way and that pannier opens that way, because the writing on the side. Ammo boxes are just ammo boxes. They don't make them in left and right formations like a pannier would. A pannier would have a left pannier and a right pannier if there was like, well, they might not. They could just have generic ones, but an ammo box only has the writing on one side. It says all this NATO army stuff. It's only on one side, so to have it showing on both sides, like the boxes had to be like that. Doesn't bother me, and I'm not bothered which way they open. Technically, if we did ever go into World War III and I did have to use the bike as a military bike, might be a nice thing if I'm taking sniper fire to have access to the boxes from both sides. Might have to hide on that side of the bike or hide on that side. You never know. So I'm not bothered, but I love the quick fastening of them. Solid as well. They do have a seal on the inside, in the lid. So I don't know if they're like 100% waterproof, but they certainly are water resistant. And I probably, when I replace all the nuts with proper nuts, I'll probably drill like a 2mm hole here just as a water drain, in case they ever do get water in them. If I'm going through some torrential rain, which I doubt I ever will. I try to avoid riding in the rain, but you never know. There's a few clouds in the distance. But yeah, that's only took me a couple hours of faffing about. A couple hours of faffing to put them on. It's a Hepco and Becker pannier rail. The actual rail that goes this thing, that's made for Hepco and Becker panniers, and it mounts. See that bolt there? They're Triumph already put bolts through there, so you just take the Triumph bolt out and put these new bolts in with a spacer. That simple. Like, literally couldn't be any simpler. And then the bottom bolts, tiny bit of a faff, them ones, because you have to lift the exhaust up to get access to them. It's still a piece of cake. Like, I think it took an hour to mount the rail, but that was at night in the dark with mosquitoes biting me, so I wasn't in any rush. Dead simple. And then with the panniers, I just drilled because these things come off. This black, it's called a Hepco and Becker C mount or something. So it's like a letter C. So that comes off with these 4, I think they're 10mm nuts, and then the black thing comes off. So you basically got a template to make out, and where the wing nuts are there's already holes in this C mount there. So I only have to rest the C mount on the ammo box in my shed, and just, because there's already a hole there, just put the drill bit through that hole and then drill into the ammo box and then nip it up. The only place I did have to drill through the actual pannier mount, I don't know if you can see it because it's under that lip. I just put an M6 bolt through there. You just seen the wing nut. That's the only bit I have to drill through the mount. So it's solid. I don't know the the weight limit. Normally on panniers they'll say like, don't put more than 25 kilo or whatever. This being my own sort of thing. How much is like an 800 cartridge of 5mm tracer bullets? I reckon that's probably, they're bloody heavy, those ammo boxes when they're full of bullets. Must be like 50 kilos, 40 kilos, something. So, and it's dead thick metal, the ammo box is thick metal. I thought maybe I'd have to put weld the reinforcement onto it somehow, but it's dead strong, it's dead thick metal, so I can just drill it and whack it straight on. You're not really going to overload them, probably put like 5 or 10 kilos in each one maximum, so yeah, no biggie. I'm pretty happy now with the pannier system. It was £130, the Hepco and Becker pannier mount, and then the ammo boxes were like 40 quid each because they're brand new, they haven't even been used, so it's like 200 and something quid, 220 quid. And the Triumph panniers are 400 and something. I think they're bloody like €600 here where I live. So half price, less than half price, and I've got a Boss pannier system. And, as I've mentioned in a few of my videos, it's going to be a World War II military dispatch bike. So I've got some 3M military olive green vinyl wrap coming, about 4 meters of it. So I'll wrap the tank, the side panels, the mud guards, possibly the screen. I might wrap the screen and just have like a very tiny line of transparent glass, like maybe I don't know. See what I do with that. Might even take the screen off if it ruins the military look. Don't know. So it's gonna look pretty badass. Just in case you haven't watched the last video, I've already got the MT60 RS knobbly tyres, Pirelli, and that's basically why I'm in a forest. It can going on dirt roads. It's phenomenal. The grip, the wet grip on asphalt, dirt roads, in the dry and the wet, whatever. Where you can go bloody wherever with these, and even on the road, they're a massive improvement on the standard tyres. I kept the standard tyres in case I ever want to put them back on, but I don't think I ever will, because I am so impressed with these tyres. On every surface, they seem superior to the. I think it was Avon's that came with it. Yeah, so that's the update. The bobber's coming along nicely, my military bike project, and I'm happy with the panniers. I'll do a bit of a walk around just so you can get a few different angles. They're not that wide. It looks pretty wide from the back, but they are about the same width as the handlebars. But the most important thing is I kept this area here, that gap, the floating seat. And also I can even if I replace the quick release wing nuts and stuff with nylock bolts and nuts, there's four nuts here, that the 10mm nuts bolts come off like 5 minutes. I can take the seam out off, so then it only leaves like these tubular bars, and they're barely noticeable because they're black with the swing arm, barely noticeable. So if I ever do want to take them off, like temporarily, it's still pretty incognito. The thing, it looks kind of stock, in fact. So that's nice. But I've kept the floating seat because the panniers are pretty low. I would like them a bit lower, really. They're still a teeny bit high, but they're still lower than the mud guard, the rear mud guard. And I was tempted to put that cargo rack on the back, but like that would ruin the look as well. I want to keep this area open as possible. That's such a nice feature of the bike, and one of the reasons, if not the reason, I bought the bike. So I'm trying to keep that open, and yeah, pretty happy. All I need now is a gun holster for the front. You can get these rifle holders. So once I've wrapped it green, see if I can get a rifle holder, and then I'm all set. And then I'll feel like Steve McQueen or some of the henchmen, maybe on the these war movies. And I've been doing a lot of research on military dispatch bikes, looking at the old Harleys, and the American military had the White Star. I don't want to go down that route. Certainly don't want an American military thing because I'm British, so it's got to be a British military thing. I've done a bit of research, and it's the Royal Signals used to do the military dispatch bikes, and they have a logo, but it's hard to find one that I could get made into vinyl because they're all pretty crap quality, the ones I found on the internet. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get this Royal Signals logo and maybe stick that on the side panel or somewhere. And I've got the old-fashioned Triumph like striped tank protectors on knee pad things, whatever you want to call them, to go on once the petrol tank's been wrapped, vinyl wrapped. It's gonna look pretty cool. But the panniers, great. I'll stop talking now. Oh my god, I don't have to talk when I make these videos. So yeah, well, it's probably not going to be an update for a while now because I'm pretty busy with work at the minute. So, but maybe by the end of next week, I'll have it vinyl wrapped. I'm going to try it myself. I've never vinyl wrapped anything. I want to try it myself, and then if I make a hash of it, there's loads of places that do it now, not far from me. So if I make a hash of it, I'll put it in somewhere and get it done properly. Yeah. Cool. So that's that. Bye for now.